have created Devon dens. This is the cabin that we're in at the moment is called the Den, the Devon Den. We have another cabin called the Carpenter's Cabin. We set the business up, we bought the land in 2011 and we opened the site in 2016. It was an amalgamation of both of our skills. We started making cabins and wagons. We made a wagon to live in. We were very lucky that we had some friends who had space to make one and then space for us to live in it on their site. And then that led on to making another structure, and so Barrel Top Wagons was born. We just thought we wanted something, another project that was going to bring our skills together, and we wanted land, like a lot of people do, a little piece of their own. We looked at a lot of places, then this came up on my Rightmove feed and thought, yeah, that's it, this is it, definitely. Stop the clock. South facing, little stream running alongside. It was in a price bracket that we could afford. I think we were very lucky to find this piece of land. So we bought the land, we put in for planning, bought the land in 2011, put in for planning in 2012. That was an 18-month challenge. And then we got the planning application in 2014. We knew we wanted to do tourism. We knew we wanted it to be ethical with all of its challenges. It became an off-grid site. Then it was just a case of doing a lot of research. Ben's excellent at research, and I think if you're going to do anything that involves off-grid, research is absolutely critical, and all of that takes time. Having lived in a wagon and having travelled a lot in a van, you learn what works. And you learn that if you haven't insulated a floor, then it's going to be quite apparent. So the structures are all insulated all the way around, walls, ceiling and floor. We have gone for heating in these because we wanted it to be a year-round venture. So we have gone down the route of gas heating. They are really comfortable, really easy spaces to be in. So we have another business, the Cabin Company, which makes timber cabins, which started roughly the same time as we bought the land. So the two businesses have kind of grown up together. Yeah, off-grid in the sense of we're not connected to the national grid. So I think for a lot of people, and probably for me originally, I wasn't quite sure what that meant, off-grid. We have water, we have mains water. We could have gone down the route of a borehole, but that probably was going to be a huge expense again. And the main water pipe from the Meldon Reservoir, one of our closest reservoirs, to Rodeford Reservoir, another reservoir, comes right through the middle of the land. It would be churlish to ignore the fact that that is quite so convenient. So we have mains water, and it's beautiful, really good quality water, and we have really great water pressure. Our power comes from UV, so we have panels, we have a system, each space has its own system, so we have two systems on site. The batteries are 5 kilowatts, we have an inverter, we have a charge controller with that, and then for the den here we have a slimline fridge. And with a lot of these things, until it's in place, you can plan and you can plot and you can take angles and you kind of switch everything on. You don't really know how it's going to work. For a lot of purists, the fact that we have gas LPG here is seen as a huge no-no, but for us it means we can have hot water, it means we can have heating. We like to call the toilet a dry toilet because basically that is what it is. It's a toilet that just doesn't use water to flush. Apparently it saves 52 litres of good drinking water every day by not doing that. It's really simple. The compost, the human manure that we get from that rots down brilliantly. We leave it for at least a year and then it goes round the trees. So we use it as a mulch to feed the trees. We're very fond of showing people our compost bins if they're keen. It's a system that we're very happy to have in existence, and it works well. I guess the veranda's my favourite feature here, really. It's big enough so that actually if it rains you can sit outside. You can listen to the rain, you can listen to the owls, you can read, you can sit with a blanket. And it's a very nice place to really allow yourself to stop still. But I really like how cosy this cabin feels. This table was put in place so that we have spare benches that go along the ends, then you can fit 10 people around here, and it's 10 people that fit on site in both cabins. So, but even if there's 4 of you, it's a really lovely space to sit around and have a good feast. And they are mobile, they are classed as caravans. They work to caravan dimensions, but you're restricted by budget as well. We didn't have a finite purse, but I think the size that we've got for what we want to do here, it works. The bathroom is big enough. That's a big enough bathroom for a shower, a loo. We've got a urinal and a sink in there. The bedroom is big enough. It's a super king. That splits in two, so you can have it as twins. This is big enough for 10, just. And that living space, yeah, is just about big enough for everything, you know, if you're going to have that many people sitting around. The outside space, obviously, if there's 10 of you, it's always going to be better if the sun's shining and it's drier, so you can spend time outside. So we put the sauna in 18, 19, I think, which has been a huge hit, wood-fired sauna, especially in the winter months. And then I finally capitulated and we went for hot tubs earlier this year. It's unavoidable. It's one of the top searches now. If you're not offering them, you're not able to compete. We use scar guards, hot tubs, wood-fired, and we've had great response from them. You get to know how to get the most out of it, and I think we've done that now. And for guests to sit in it, listening to owls under a starlit sky, it really is really lovely. And then it's just making the site kind of user-friendly. It is a 2-acre site, so we have a path that goes as a little circular route now, so you can walk all the way around it. We've done an extensive tree planting, a lot of landscaping, which is an ongoing thing. We've got a couple of freedom hives on site, so you can hang around here for the day quite easily, and you know it's a nice place to spend time. We've got a polytunnel, so we try to take we do take a cyclical approach to food waste. So food waste gets composted here. We're very lucky in that West Devon can take food waste. We have an anaerobic digester in the county. We keep all the food waste here. We use a hot bin composter. Then once it's done its thing, we then put that food waste into tumbling, and then we use that compost to enrich the polytunnel and the raised beds, which then grows the food for the guests, who then recycle the food waste, and so it goes on. It's a part of our ethos, and I think a lot of people find it easy. It's an easy place to come and switch off, and I think that's really important. I've got a funny thing about the word luxury, and I don't use it in any of my marketing. I think luxury to me is somebody in the middle of an ocean on a yacht deciding that they want a McDonald's and demanding that somebody go that. That's an extreme version of luxury. What we do here, it's not luxury, but it's comfortable and it's easy and it's cosy and it's nourishing, and I think people really appreciate that.